Just like to say that was a great effort by our team. You know, we got a lot of contributions from people that didn't expect to probably have the type of day that they had. I thought Brandon Parker came in, a rookie off the bench, and really played good football for us for the most part at right tackle. Assembly went down. There were a lot of peaks and valleys in the game, and we finished today. So I'll be happy to answer any questions I can.
John, what did you learn about Carr today?
I just have the same feeling I've always had. I think you continue to raise the bar with Carr. You know, it's not good enough yet. He's a spectacular talent. He's a great kid. He's going to be fine in this offense. But, you know, we keep raising the bar with him and try not to ever get satisfied. But it's a pleasure coaching him. He showed a lot of great recognition. That's a hard defense. I mean, it's hard to be right. There's going to be ugly plays. They're blitzing, then they're not blitzing. They're disguising. They got every look known to man. And he hung in there and played his best when we needed him the most.
It's your first win in 10 years. How does it
Feels like my first win in 100 years. You know, it's just great to be back. I thank our fans for hanging in there with us. There's a lot of, like I said, ups and downs, but to get that field goal with our third-string kicker, backup snapper, I've never been so nervous on a 29-yard field goal in my life.
You mentioned the inexperience of those specialists. Did you have a feeling that you had to get a little closer for any crucial field goal today?
Tried to. You know, obviously you try to do that in any situation, but put the ball in the left hash where Coach Bisaccia wanted it, and give him a great look. He did a good job for us today. The kickoffs were also pretty good.
Not to be cliche, but this is real character when there's a lot. It's like a roller coaster the whole game. What did it say about the guys in that locker room?
We got a lot of character. I think they've proven that. The way they came off the loss to the Rams on a short week up in Denver, we fought on a hot day. Then we went to Miami and fought for 60 minutes on a terribly hot day again, and come off of a 3-game losing streak, and doesn't look good. We're down by 8 points. We hang in there. We keep playing. So I think it says a lot about the football character. You know, a lot of those veteran players that we brought in here, I think delivered, you know, just in spirit today. I think the attitude is got a lot to do with the leadership we have on the team. Well, it's big. You know, we didn't run very good at all for a while. I mean, we had the long toss crack run. I think it was a 60-yard run, 70-yard run. But we got stuffed on 3rd and 1. It was hard. Cleveland did a great job giving us loaded boxes, a lot of movement up front. But we were persistent. We had some big runs when we needed them. Lynch is unbelievable. What a great competitor. And I thought Jalen Richard came in, made some big-time plays in the 2-minute drill. But when you have some balance, you know, and you can get in third mediums, you can call some plays that are aggressive.
Could you talk about
Hankins? Well, I got to see the tape. Obviously, it was great to get the turnovers. You know, the turnover margin is usually the deciding factor. I think we're a +2 today. And Hankins has come in here, quickly learned the defense. He's been a good player for a couple different teams. We need him to continue to do well for us. Well, I just said the whole team, you know, we're playing 3 rookies on the D-line. There's not a lot of rookies playing on the D-line in the NFL, if you really look carefully. And playing a rookie right tackle, we got a rookie punter, we got 5 or 6 rookies making major contributions. But those guys have to play better. They got to keep getting better. They got to learn some tough lessons the hard way. You know, there's no red shirt for them this year, and we're looking at a lot of great offensive teams in the coming weeks.
Coach, I'm a Raider fan who's traveled all the way from China to represent NFL China here. Flew 16 hours. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for making this one of the greatest experiences of my life. And I just wanted to ask you, as a coach myself, I would like to ask you, how do you approach the team for the rest of the week? Do you celebrate the win, or do you keep them level-headed?
Here, have my visor, bud. You earned it. Yeah, no, we're going to celebrate tonight, and then we got to get ready for Phillip Rivers and the Chargers. And but we're really happy, we're proud, we're excited, and there's a lot to be thankful for, but thankful for people like you. Appreciate you. I love Mayfield. I mean, you know, the way he plays, the confidence that he has. He got out of trouble. He made some unbelievable throws under fire today, and you know, he got a bright future. I think Cleveland as their quarterback. They've been complaining about not having one for a while. Pretty obvious they got one.
As a coaching staff, what does today do just for you guys? You go through practices, you go through meetings, just after the win as evidence of.
Well, we got a long way to go. Obviously, there's plenty of things we got to do better, but it's fun to win. You know, we feel like we let a couple victories slip away, but to close out the first quarter of the season with a win, at least we got paid. At least we made something. We got a long way to go, though. We got to get back to work. I think Derek's played great all year. You know, I mean, he's had 7 or 8 plays that people can talk about all they want. 4 or 5 of those bad ones that he's had are my fault, but he's played great. This is his first year in this offense. We got a rookie left tackle. Right now we got a rookie right tackle. We got a lot of receivers that are in and out of the lineup. Martavis Bryant, using a lot of different guys. And, he's completing almost 75, 80% of his balls and moving our team. So I love working with him.
Just one guy getting a lot of the catches that you can't contributed from Cooper, Cook,
Yeah.
you always have multiple guys in the back.
Well, that's a good thing we got going. We were hoping Martavis would have a huge day today. We misfired it. I think he didn't handle that long pass. I feel like we left a lot of plays out there when we looked at it early in particular. We didn't handle the ball great, but we've got good weapons. And if they all play good together, we can be a pretty formidable group, I think.
John, the first drive in overtime when you sent the punt team out, timeout, sent the field goal, what was the thinking of the conversation?
I wanted to make Cleveland use another timeout. I didn't have a timeout left myself. I didn't want to run the kicking team out there in a desperation field goal, so I chose to run one more play, changed my mind. We had the ball where we wanted it, on the left hash, on the grass. Extra point area kick, but just chose to make Cleveland use another timeout just in case something went wrong.
You talked so much coming into this game that you guys played so well out of the game, and just that fourth quarter, you lose it with Steve. Do you feel like you guys fixed those problems, and do you feel like you can now fix them?
We haven't fixed anything yet. You know, we haven't fixed anything. We got a lot of things we got to get better at. I think it's pretty obvious. You know, we played good football for stints. We played good football in Miami now. Played good football against the Rams. There's some really good tape against Denver. But we also have some tape that needs to be fixed. And that's the same thing I think we'll see today. But we have guys that are really eager to work. We got good leadership, and we're going to continue to do it. But it was fun to score and, you know, win a game, maybe get that monkey off our back.
We have time for 2 more guys. You talked about keeping your hands up and making them. You were able to get him deflections a few times with that.
Yeah.
You get him a little out of his rhythm in the third quarter?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is let's keep them in the pocket. You know, when you play the quarterbacks that aren't tall, you got to make the 5 or 11 or 6 foot or 6'1" status matter, whether it's Drew Brees or Russell Wilson or Mayfield. It doesn't mean you can do it, though, because they can change the launching spot and they're quick and they can get out of there in a hurry. But keeping them in the pocket, getting our hands up, that's a big part of it. We just need to get home more. We got to get more pressure.
John, if you had to pick a player of the game, who would you say the player of the game was?
Rodney Hudson. Rodney Hudson was unbelievable today. I mean, people have no idea what the center does. Greg Williams is blitzing from everywhere, every possible look known to man. And Rodney Hudson, he put our offensive line and our backs in position to at least have a chance to drop back and throw it. Those are hard blitzes to pick up, and I give our captain a lot of credit. All right? Thanks, guys.
My goodness. Rodney Hudson is not only one of my best friends, not only one of the smartest people I've ever been around, football-wise, but he's probably the best player I've ever played with. I know it's hard to say for a center. You know, when the top 100 comes out, he won't be a top 10 guy, but he should be, because what he has to deal with on a week-to-week basis, and then me changing his calls sometimes, I think, you know, he has a lot to deal with sometimes, and I guess I'm just trying to give you the very best thing I could say about the guy. He's awesome. He's a Pro Bowler, should be every year, should be an All-Pro. He's the man.
What's going through your mind? Down 8, last drive, you know, pretty much game's on the line.
Yeah.
As you walk out to the huddle, you know, what do you tell your guys in that huddle? What's kind of going through your head?
Man, win. You know, I've been through a lot of things in 5 years. The start of this year and half of this game has been some of the hardest stuff I've ever had to deal with, because it's frustrating things. I feel the best physically, mentally, all of those things that I ever have, but then I'll screw something up somewhere along the way. And I'll tell you this, though, as one thing I just said, I looked at our guy and said, just fight. Whatever we do, we're going to fight. You know, however this thing turns out, whether I throw 3 more picks or we go win this game, I promise you I'm going to fight. And to be able to sit there and tell our guys that, and then win the game, it feels better. It makes for a better story, I guess. But even if it went the other way, I'm just going to fight, man. Yeah, I'm just tired. Yeah.
Flip side, what did you say to them after when you guys?
I just hugged everybody. I sat at my locker, and I tell you guys all the time, I really mean it. I sit at my locker. I like to watch our team celebrate. I like to see our owner, you know, in there excited, our GM, our head coach, the smiles on the coaches' faces, smile on our new kicker's face. Imagine how his heart felt, you know. Imagine how he felt before that last kick, you know. He probably felt pretty bad, you know. And we just kept telling him, man, don't worry about it, man. We just fight, you know. It's going to turn eventually. And for him to go make that kick and for us to be able to celebrate, he's the hero, man. Our kicker, he's the hero. He battled. He fought through getting booed. You know, he battled through people obviously looking at him funny as he came to the sideline, all that stuff, and he was nails for us at the end.
There was a moment when the offense was kind of struggling in the first half. Marshawn was very animated. You took him aside, and you two had a little talk. What was that like? And
Yeah.
do you think that was like a turning point for the offense?
Well, Marshawn, that's my brother. You know, Marshawn's cousin Zell actually motivated us to talk to each other. So we did that, and so we did what Zell told us to do. And we came together as brothers and figured some stuff out, told some things to each other, and we went forward. But it was one of those moments where our back's really against the wall. It really is. And we said some things to each other that, hey, let's go, basically, you know, without saying everything. But you got to give the credit to Marshawn's cousin, Zell.
Derek, I've been a Raider fan 16 years, and this is my first ever Raider game. I flew here 16 hours away from China. I
Wow.
represent NFL China today.
Wow.
First of all, thank you for giving me the most memorable experience of my life. I'm sure my wife won't be happy to hear that, but thank you today. And I wanted to ask you, such a cool guy, like week in, week out, win or loss. Like, you going to celebrate a little bit today, or
Yeah.
you gonna keep it?
I am not a partier. I like to celebrate with my wife and my family. That's how I like to celebrate. So I'm not a partier. I'm not going to be out there on the streets in Oakland or Jack London Square. But no, we celebrate. You know, we like to sit down. Honestly, I'm just so tired. You know, I just want to go sit down. You know, I think one day, you know, when we win the Super Bowl, that's when we'll have a party and they may see me dance. So.
There would be the fourth down throw to Cooper that looked like probably miscommunication there.
Yeah.
At that point, what are your emotions? You don't know if you're going to get the ball back.
You want to throw up, you know, because you know that's on. It's always on me. I just got to be better for Coop, you know. But you just feel sick that it didn't work out, and you just you go to the sideline and pray that you get the ball back. And I think our stadium emptied out about halfway after that, and the people that stayed, they got a fun show.
Before you joined the 2-point conversion,
When I got to the line, when we initially called the play, we had something else built, but again, coverage, dictated, that could be a matchup, and I just have so much trust. And I'm not gonna lie, over the years, you've seen A-Rod, you've seen Aaron throw the ball to him so many times down the red zone, and it works. So I was like, maybe he's onto something, and I'm glad he caught it.
You've seen John 3 times after losing tough games. Now you saw him today after a win.
Yeah.
How was he different?
I will say this, that when we lost, I think I may have said it last week or the week before, he literally just hurts for us, he understands we work so hard, and it feels like, I'm a dad, so if my son were to mess something up, you feel so bad for him, right? And I think that was the feeling that he had, but when you do something right, that was his feeling, that was the response we got. Like, he was just overly joyed for his team, for his players, and he's really selfless, man. He loves his players so much, and his coaches and everyone, that when we won, he was just like, you could tell on his face, he was just so happy for his guys.
You were talking about your work with Marshall. From your perspective on the offensive, are you ever amazed that he's not tiring out more in fourth quarter overtime?
Yeah, it's amazing what happens, and not to get philosophical or anything for the kids, but when you are tired, and on the outside it just doesn't look like it, right? Maybe he is tired. I don't know. He doesn't say much, in the huddle, but for him to consistently run the way that he does and give the effort that he does, he's one of the. we all know that he's a Hall of Famer. The guy is one of the best running backs to ever play this game. You can't tell the football story without Marshawn Lynch, and to be one of his teammates and to be in there with him, for all the kids out there, they should just watch his effort. They should, watch our kicker today miss some things and mess some stuff up, and then gut it out and be tough and finish and win the game for us. Those are the things that hopefully, our game can do for the next generation that wants to play football.
Very well to me about the fourth quarter when we did this game.
Yep.
Scored 21 points, come back twice in the fourth quarter. Sort of deal
Wow.
with the 16 again where you guys were flipping the
Yes. Yeah, I like that year. I felt that year was fun until the end. It did. And again, I'm not going to lie to you. Every game that we've had to do that, whether really the Miami game, in the fourth quarter, it was like it felt the same to me. The outcome just didn't happen. This felt the same. We're going to go out there, man. We're going to win this game no matter what. I think that's when you lose those kind of games. I think that's why we get so emotionally drained. It's just hard. It's hard to win these games. And the Browns are a really good football team. You saw what they did to Breeze and the Saints. You saw what they did to the Steelers. And they're off. Goodness, man, they're a really good football team. So to be able for our team to close one out the way that we did, it did feel like the old times, to say in a long way, yes. But the way we did that, it helps our team going forward. Now we know what it takes. Like, you got to go. Put everything out there to finish all three phases.
A couple more guys. What do you think for the offense today to have, 4 guys pretty evenly distributed?
Yeah, so with Coach Williams, he plays so many different coverages. He wants to confuse me. He wants to confuse our center and me and myself in the protections, and he wants to mess with our eyes and coverage and things like that. And so it really. You drop back and you try and read it out, and you just get the ball to where coach designed it, and that's why it was so evenly distributed. It wasn't like, hey, we're just going to play this coverage and take this away. He does so much. I'm more mentally fatigued than I am physically, and I think I'm pretty physically fatigued, just trying to decipher what he's trying to do at all times and make sure I'm on my rules and on the plan Coach gave me. It's tough. So he does so much that it just works out that way, the way the distribution worked out.
There was an early pass to Jordy today where kind of a little bit behind him, and hit back the shoes.
Oh, gosh. Thank you. Yes.
I know it was like 4 hours ago, but I was curious.
It sucked. That's what my thought was. I had to move in the pocket, and anytime you get up towards the line of scrimmage, you're always in the back of any quarterback's head is like, uh-oh, here comes the guy stopping and coming to take. So I tried to throw it quick to him, and he was, running as we've done it in practice, and I screwed it up.
Is that an example, though, just to what, even though this was an explosive offensive performance, just what it still could be?
Oh my goodness, yeah, sorry to cut you out. Yes, I can do so much better. My teammates are my teammates. I'll do better for them. I can do so much better. It's like crazy to see like we can move the ball so well. I've been on teams where it's hard to get a first down. You guys have been here, we're moving the ball really well, and then everyone takes a turn doing something. So the fact that we can move the ball and do the things we're doing is fun. But it just shows you again that we can do even more.
Last one, guys.
You talked about it being really tough for you,
Yeah.
being draining mentally, but I know how you are about your faith. Can you
Yeah.
talk about over the last couple of weeks before getting this win today,
Yeah.
how different you've been in your faith throughout?
Yeah, absolutely. I lean on my faith through everything. Like when my son's having surgeries, when we're 0-3, 0-10, I've been, what were we, 9-1 at one point, 10-1 or something like that during that year. I mean, I've been through a lot of things. And again, I told you guys, I always just try and be the same person for my teammates every day, and just be an example that way. I believe in something, and I believe that my God is good. And no matter what I go through, I believe that he's good. And, I still have a wife to go home to, still have my babies to go kiss on. And now we have number 3 on the way. So now my wife's going to kill me for telling you. But I got to go.
Thanks, guys.